Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. So today's map will have you running before we get started when I tell you this, but I'm also going to tell you this in advance that it's better than it sounds like it's going to look, even though it does have flaws. Yes, it's a one-to-one style map. I know, they're always awful. This one isn't awful. It's not. Considering also that it's
my first map,
which is surprising actually. There are flaws. They are newbie flaws. They're most of them fixed with 1 or 2 clicks, so that shouldn't stop you taking on the map, apart from one of them maybe. Okay, daily reminder time, anybody? It's time to do it now. That's right, hitting the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thank you for that support. Right, cracking on. It's Exeter by Disturbed. Now, Exeter is in the United Kingdom, on the bottom corner of England, underneath Wales. That little sticky out bit down there, there is your start square with intersection right at the top in the middle. The creator is from New Zealand though, so well done for choosing something so far from home. The resources are around the outside of the map, so recommended use of the 81 tile mod, but that is stated in the description. It's a mass transit map, so you will need that DLC. We are using the UK Road Revival Project map theme by Scotland Tom. No, by McWelshman. Scotland Tom has made the LUT. It's clear and bright. The one-click collection is here. There's a few trees. Most of the bits and pieces, though, are related to the UK Road Revival Project. So, right, we're on the edge of the map. We are right by the edge of the map. So the terrain alignment issues that you're seeing down the middle of the road at the moment, one there and then another one just coming along here. We're going to ignore these because we aren't into the map. But once we get past this bridge, because I think it's a good marker of the map having started if you've got a road crossing another. Once we get past this bridge, I think we can pretend that the map has started and anything beyond here is poor. Okay. Now, speaking of poor, what you're about to see is the worst on the entire map. Don't wander off because of this. I know some of you will, and you know who you are. We've got a little bit of blue mantle. You won't see that anywhere else on the map. You will see slightly dodgy terrain work, but that is the only occasion of that I could find. I think there's a hint of blue mantle elsewhere, but not like that. Just not like that. That's just, yeah, you can't close your eyes about that, can you? You can't look the other way. Now, okay, it's all about these brick arches today, and it's kind of like there's a story going on, because they get progressively worse as we go along, but not by much. Like here, we've got a street lamp, and it's clipping into the bridge, but it doesn't clip right the way through. And under the rules of the show, if it doesn't clip right the way through, and if it doesn't affect anything around it that would be affected, I suspend disbelief. I just pretend that's like electrical cables going from under the motorway up into the bridge via that metal tube, even though it's clearly a street lamp. You can suspend a little bit of disbelief on it. But each time we see one of these brick bridges crossing the motorway is going to be progressively worse by an iota, by a small amount. It's almost like Disturbed knew I was going to be making a show about this and they wanted to give me something to sort of like make a thing about. And hey, I'm here to make a thing about something. This bridge, a little bit of a problem at this end. It's not perfectly aligned at this end terrain wise, but it's close. But they would have perfectly aligned that, I'm pretty sure. The other side though is a bigger sin. Once again, easily fixed. Virtually everything here is easily fixed with just 1 or 2 button clicks. But we are elevated going through a cutting. Why would you cut in and raise it? No, I don't know. Yeah, that should have started just a few yards further on. Again, easily fixed, and not a reason why you shouldn't play the map. There is a reason possibly why you shouldn't play the map, and it's your decision always. You may look and go, no, actually, I have no problem with that, but we'll get to that later on in the show. Here is your start square intersection. It's typically British, motorway going over a roundabout. And what we'll do, first of all, before we do that, I just want to show you the trees underneath here. I always make a thing about trees underneath highways where there's going to be limited light, but the canopies are so closely packed that I do think that the trees right in the middle there would struggle to get enough sunlight, and the whole thing should be thinned out just a little bit. But other than that, it's not too bad. Now, okay, let's play a little bit of role playing here. Let's say we're driving along the along the motorway here, and we miss our turn off. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn around and go back now. We're going to go... I know we're just starting the show here, guys, but we're going to go back the way we came. We go down the off-ramp, and oh, look, remember, left-hand drive in the UK, I remembered to turn on left-hand drive. It's rare that I remember to do that. All the other things I'm checking up on. So anyway, we're going to go all the way around the roundabout, around the roundabout. We're going to go up the other slip ramp. Come on, there we go. Here's the other slip ramp. Oh, hang on. That's a down ramp as well. Oh, we're kind of stuck down here. That's not so good. Still, although it's a big sin, it is easily fixed, as you know. Easily fixed, but it's still a big sin. At least we haven't got that on the opposite side. Oh, sod it. Both those are down ramps too, which means that once you get down here, the only exit is that highway on the opposite side. This is that particular ramp. It's not particularly steep, although here it is really quite steep, which makes me think we are not using a terrain party map, but maybe something done with an image overlay, possibly. We head up this way. We are working now into the start square. This is where you're going to start building. There is a railway going on there as well, and of course we have got one of these. Yep, it's the Moncontour House 1 France by Lost Gecko. Lost Gecko, another one of those creators, a bit like Lightfooted, that produces the very top quality within their genre. Lost Gecko does a lot of the French and Belgium and Luxembourgian style buildings. And if you're looking to build something to those sort of themes, Lost Gecko's workshop page is definitely a good start location. Okay, factoids because factoids. Now remember, the book that I'm reading from was published in the 80s. It's got brown pages, it's very brittle. It's brown and brittle. A little bit like me after a couple of days in the sun. No, that's red and brittle. So anyway, French mathematicians have produced a 400-page book showing the value of pi to 1 million figures, which is great. You just type that into Google now and you get that straight off. Don't need to buy the book. Anyway, Moncontour House 1 France by a Lost Gecko. Very nice, and today's asset of the day. We head back towards the motorway. Where do we put that motorway? Here it is. It's the M5, by the way, just in case you wanted to know. It does lead all the way down from the West Country, all the way down the down that tail, the tail of England. It goes down towards Cornwall and eventually to America. Well, it doesn't get to America. We've got the Atlantic in the way, but you know what I mean. Okay, down here we've got slightly more encroaching a bit of brickwork here. This one is just got its toes onto the highway, which for me is a little bit dangerous because if you're driving in the slow lane there, you feel inclined to drive, just veer towards the middle lane a little bit, which could cause trouble. Speaking of trouble, this street lamp's looking for trouble, isn't he? He's sticking his neck through there. Again, it's not affecting anything around it, but I think that is possibly bordering on too bad. It's easily fixed again and easily avoided as well. Right, now we have got what is close to being a perfect bridge. Close, very close. It's just not quite, but it's almost there. We have got a little bit of foliage spilling over onto the highway, which the workmen can come and clip back. And then we've got a couple of trees under here, but to be honest with you, they're not really interfering with the highway. And they thinned, so I could probably accept that one as well. Right, what's next in the progressively worse brick arches? This one is the next progressively worse brick arch. And what's so bad about it? Well, the brickwork is very nearly onto the highway now. Very nearly. Do you reckon that one over there, it'll be on the highway? Do you think? Yes, you just know it, don't you? It's almost like Disturbed knew I wanted to make a story out of this. You know, and look, it's a little bit closer and a little bit closer. Yeah, that is definitely on the highway. Again, a little drag and move it, and that will be absolutely fine. Nothing in this map isn't easily fixed, and in a way also that when you're building on the map that you would fix it as you're going along. So anyway, intersection there, again based on the real life intersection, and this here is the end of the M5. First of all, point out the slip roads, they do actually work here, they are all going in the right direction, so well done there. We've got the 2 lanes merging into it, but that is fine also because we're going to go from 3 lanes down to 1 lane very soon. This is how it works though. And we've got though, this I believe is supposed to be a 2-lane highway. Oh, we've got a 2-lane road. Didn't we see this just the other day as well? The wrong choice of road there. Is there possibly a glitch with the game, or is this just errors on behalf of the creators? I don't know. But anyway, what we got there is a fail. And we've got a little weeny bit of jinky janky there, and now we're going over the river. I'm not sure. I think it's got to be the River Ex, isn't it? I'm not sure. Exmouth, not Exmouth, by the way. Anybody in America think it's Exmouth? It's like Leicester. No, Leicester. I know English language makes no sense whatsoever most of the time. We're going through along the country roads towards the edge of the map. Okay, let's have a look at the rail. Let's have a look at the rail. The rail, not too bad, although the catenaries are being massively encroached upon. I do believe that this part of the country, there are no catenaries. We've got 2 really close together there. Did you see them? Yeah, we've got encroachment there as well. But there's no instructions to switch off the catenaries, no requirement for the mod. So we're going with catenaries because it's only I'm going to call it local knowledge. It isn't really local knowledge because I'm not local to the area. But I do believe it is electrified lines down this part of the country. So if you do decide to upgrade away for catenaries, it would definitely look a lot more realistic. So, my voice is starting to croak now. I can't wait for that intermission to come along. Just want to show you. Again, catenaries really close together there. And then we're going back to gaps again as we're travelling along the side of the river. Yes, I can't wait for this I need a good cough. My voice is starting to croak here. It's starting to crack. And just having a couple of moments to get my voice back together. It's asthma. It's fine. Some days it's better than others. Here, now, not the worst humpback rail bridge I've ever seen, but it should be a lot smoother than that one. The elevation, the climb is not so good for trains, although if they get up a bit of speed they can probably make it over there. Don't want to get up too much speed though, they might derail over the top. Another one here, just a gentler decline on the down ramps there. Would be down ramps. The trains go on down ramps, you know what I mean. Sorry, I'm trying to talk. I'm struggling to talk so much at the moment. It's that I know people worry about my asthma. Genuinely, it's not a problem. It's just talking flat out for, where are we, 10 minutes now. And in real life, you don't tend to do this one. You stop for a breather. You let the other person talk back. And I'm drying up. I'm croaking away. I'll be fine. Just need to go for another 20 seconds to the intermission. Come on, intermission. Cheer along for the intermission with me, won't you? Come on, intermission. Oh no, by the way, the rail now just goes absolutely potty. Absolutely potty here. I don't know what is going on here. Oh, we're off on the edge of the map. I'll just forget about it. I don't care. Oh, by the way, blue mantle. I promised you a little bit more blue mantle. There it is. Not a huge problem. Oh, finally, we've made it. 20 seconds. Whoa.
Are you fed up with random vanilla buildings spawning in random locations? Do you want a specific type of building in a particular zone? Then you need the beginner's guide to theme management. Click the information button below.
I've decroaked. I think I'm okay now. I think. Shipping routes. We've got this bay that comes into Exeter. It comes in. It's one of these long, like inlets, river inlets type things. And yeah, we do have shipping coming in and out of here, and we have had done for centuries. One of those great shipping locations and the southwest. Now, water flow. We've got rivers. Now, this is water pushing in from the edge of map. This is edge of map water flow here. And if we have a little look, see, over here, if we got, there's going to be a null point somewhere. So water is still pushing on up this way, and river is pushing down here. So that's the river flow. Somewhere down here should be a null point where there are no arrows whatsoever. That has still got arrows. That's still got arrows. I'm just trying to find the location. There we go. It's here. That is where there is no water movement. Guess where it is? Right by the start square. Ah, that's as bad a sin as they come. If you're using custom assets, that is not a problem for you. But if you're playing vanilla, then you may have some sewage problems. Okay, let's have a look at these roads. I wanted to point out some of these lovely country roads, that some of them have got walls, and I'm spending the next few moments looking for these. I mean, I just like these anyway. It's got a real like English country vibe to it in places. In places less so, but in places it's really quite nice indeed. I'm just looking for these country roads with the walls. We'll find them in a minute. We will find them in a minute. Yeah, so for a first map, it's not bad. It isn't bad. Most of the floors are so easily fixed. Oh, come on, show me one with walls. Good grief. No, that as well. Hang on. I've got one. Here it is. Here it is. Yeah, one with walls. Lovely, lovely road, this one. Like this a lot. Look how realistic that feels. So good. So yes, yeah, as first maps go, not bad. As a one-to-one map, not bad. I really feel that this is playable. I felt it looked a little bit too small actually, but then when I went and cross-compared with Google, well, oh hang on, and this is a good bridge. This one here, apart from the humpback with the rail, that's maybe it's not so good after all. Yeah, I thought it was a bit small, but it's fine. Exeter would be up there in the top left-hand side of the map. Down here, the bottom right-hand side of the map, a little bit of room for Exmouth. See, Exeter, although it's a city, is not a huge city. It's a city by virtue of having a cathedral, and it's just one of these small, lovely, generic country British cities. It's a lovely. I went there years ago. I mean, years ago, when everything was in black and white and you needed a license to own a dog. Oh, by the way, I've shown you this one. None of the other rivers are like this. This is the only river that has drowned trees, and it is only along this little section. Have got some gloopy water, and the map has been running for a while. I'm not entirely sure if that's an ongoing thing. Maybe we should speed the simulation up a little bit and see if that sorts itself out. But no, I think actually that is going to be an ongoing thing. Looking at the water flow there. The riverbanks are also a little bit on the deep side in places as well. But yeah, for me, I think this is an ongoing issue with the water flow. I'm just having a look there. I suspect you'll be seeing gloopy water down that river ongoing. Don't know what's going on with this bridge, by the way. Don't know what's happening with that. Maybe that one wasn't real. That was one bridge too far, possibly. I know we were trying to match up the real map of Exeter, but I might have been one more too many. Anyways, right, one more too many. There goes my English language as well. I am struggling a little bit today, but I'm going to get to the end. I'm enjoying the map. That's what matters. It doesn't matter what's going on there. I don't know. Of course, these would be within the city of Exeter, wouldn't they? Those are in the city of Exeter. Those are city bridges. Okay, right. So, yes, your chance to vote on this map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the viewer's choice top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Possibly. It's not a bad map. It's quite interestingly playable. I think the best location for this is up here, just to show the complete overview of the area. Okay, aesthetically, I think it's okay. I mean, it doesn't shout, hey, look at me, I'm pretty. But I think there's nothing awful about it. I think 3 stars is a good solid score. 3 stars is of course a pass. Never get down about having 3 stars. 3 stars means that I'm okay with it. Carry on. Detailing. Yeah, there are detailing flaws. There are some quite nasty ones in places. I would give 3 stars for it, but there are too many. They're mostly easily fixed, you see. So I would give 3 stars for them being easily fixed, but there are way too many of them, so 2. Gameplay potential, I'd like to give this more, but I feel that that water flow issue is possibly going to be a killer for anybody playing vanilla. And of course, there are a lot of these detail issues that affect gameplay as well, so 2 stars there. Exeter by Disturbed. Overall, very close to being a passably good map. I mean, not passable maps, not that's understatement. If there were fewer mistakes there, that would have been a very, very passable map. So well done, Disturbed. Not bad for a first effort, and I genuinely mean that's not me being sarcastic or anything. That's a genuinely good first effort. Well, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. Join me tomorrow for another map in the What Map series. And loads of stuff going on the channel at the moment. I'm not even going to tell you about it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you very, very soon.